Why couldn't they reuse the same XRP many times a day, deducting the necessary price point? It's a good question, and you're accurate. That is correct, that they can use the same XRP multiple times a day. So my limitation on that, I'm just going to go with Robbie Mitchnick, because, him being at Ripple and then going to be the head of digital assets at BlackRock and creating the calculator that shows how XRP gets to $10,000 a piece. That's my benchmark. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what he put in there for reuse of XRP. The most in his calculator that XRP was able to be reused in the same day was 10 times. So you can take 1 0 off whatever you think the price could go to. So again, that comes back to available supply, total volume across the network, but you could reuse that same XRP multiple times a day. I don't think that's going to be happening at scale. I don't think all of those XRP are going to be being used 10 times a day, but I could be wrong about that. So, if you thought it was going to go to a $500 XRP in order to be able to meet demand for Swift, it could be a $50 XRP if they could use all of that XRP that Swift uses up to 10 times a day. It's probably going to be more than that. It's going to be more in line with the Pareto principle, right? There'll be, 20 or 80% of that XRP that's used that amount, and the rest of it will be used less than that. Probably be 20% of the XRP that does 80% of the transaction volume, and the rest of it just sits there. So, you can do the math on that. It's still a much higher price than what it is today that would be needed in order to be able to facilitate that, even if they did use it multiple times.